So Nazir, how do you say to find? Can you hear me? Mustais, how do you say to find?
Wajada.
Wajada. Okay. So tell me, this is what do we call it? Is this first person, second person, third person, singular, dual, plural?
Third person. Singular.
Okay. So if you translate just this, what does it mean? If you just translate this, Mustais, what does it mean?
It means he found.
You found. Okay. Farhana, what's the feminine of this? How do you say she found? Nazir, how do you say she found?
Wajadat.
Okay, wajadat. How do you say I found? Nazir? This is bread and butter. We should know this really well because this is gonna help you with thousands of words because all the words are based on the scale. How do you say Sadais, I found?
Wajadtu.
Yeah, we need to know the back of.
Wajadtu.
Yeah, we need to know this. We need to know this really well because all this verb scale is going to be based on this. How do you say you find masculine singular? Go, anybody tell me quickly, like I'm writing down. Anybody who knows.
It's Wajadta.
Okay, wajatta. How do you say you two found?
Wajadta with the alif in the end.
No, that's not right.
That is O. That is Wajadtuma. Sorry. Wajadtuma.
Okay, guys, I've asked you guys to memorize this really well because wajattuma. You two find. Okay, how do you say you find plural?
Plural is like Wajadtum.
Okay. So we say she found. So how do you say them to find feminine?
The feminine
Dual, feminine.
dual will be same as masculine. Wajadtuma. There's no difference in the duals.
Okay, and you find a feminine plural.
Plural will be wajadna. Wajadtuna. Wajadtuna.
Okay, just give me 1 second. I need to do 1 second.
Sir, I can't hear clearly today. I don't know why.
So how do you say Sudais? Yatunna. And then it's them wajada you two found, them two found, and wajadu, and so forth, right? Are you guys there?
Yeah.
So next lesson I'm going to do is I'm going to ask everybody to read these out quickly. So people, you could use the book, and in the book it says فتحت 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 فتحنا فتحتم فتحتنا فتحوا فتحنا. So what I want people to do for next lesson is when everybody needs to read out أنا فتحت أنت فتحت, like that. أنت فتحتي نحن فتحنا. So when I say that, I'll give you a verb. I'll give you a verb which I choose, and everybody has to be able to read it quickly, not without thinking. And if I was to test quickly, somebody say, "Oh, how do you say them to arrive feminine?" They should be able to tell me like that, because this is very essential. We can't continue if people don't own this, because this will come up thousands of times. Antum, antuma. So antunna, and so forth. So in the first two, can we say, so huwa wajada? So just say kitaban. He found a book. Kitaban. Kitaban. So all of them are kitaban, right? All of them. Now for the first two, is it possible to have another subject instead of having he? Can we make a sentence where we say wajada, but subject wouldn't be he, would be something else?
Yeah, you can put like any name in front of it. Wajada Ahmed, Wajada Muhammad kitaban, or Wajadat Fatima kitaban, or any female name.
Okay. So for example, just say wajada arajulu, right? Or we could say Muhammad or Hassan or wajada rajulu. So the man found, yes. Or here we could say wajadat al imratu, the woman found, right? And this could be rajulu, or could be a rijalu, could be singular, plural, doesn't matter. You could use plural here as well. Why? Oh, why? Because when the verb comes first, it's always in singular. Okay, so however, can you also have here ana wajadtu الرجل? Can you have that?
No, because it's talking about you. You cannot place your name over here or anything additional.
Okay, so the key rule here is all apart from the first two, which is third person singular. In third person singular, you could have a person, third person singular. It's possible for you to have a subject which is not he or she. It could be something else. However, for rest of them, subject is always hidden. You can't have a separate subject. So here, wajadtu, where's the subject is tu, means, which means I, ana. Wajadtu, who, he has a subject. Wajadta, he has a subject. Ta with a fatha is subject, which means anta, like you. Wajadtuma, you too. This is subject. Wajadtum, here is a subject. So what I've seen people do is people made a mistake. Instead of if you say I find a book, they will say wajadtu kitabun. That's wrong, because if you say kitab, you can't, because once the verb is not third person singular, which if it's not wajada or wajadat, then for 100% certainty, it's absolutely certain that the subject is hidden within the verb. So subject is either going to be I, it's going to be pronoun I, you, them two, them, and so forth. So which means that the word, another word within the sentence can't be nominative, right? That's a big no, because it can't be nominative because subject of the verb is nominative and subject is already there. Wajadtu, tu is the subject, which means ana, which means I. Or wajadta, which means you. So subject is already there. So once you have, other than the third person singular, other than wajada or wajadat or fataha, fatahat, like, or any other verb, you know for 100% certain that there can't be another word within the sentence which is going to be nominative, which is either going to have, obviously you guys know what nominative is, right? If it's singular or broken plural, it can't have a dhamma. If it's signed plural, it can't have waw and noon. So that's for, we are 110% sure, right? So what I've seen people do is, one common mistake is wajadtu kitabun. So you can't have kitabun because nominative in a verbal sentence is the subject. Subject is already there. So that's one key thing everybody needs to take note of. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Farhana, you understand this?
Okay, I got to know. I just got reconnected just now. So for the rest of the cases, you mean we cannot have a nominative, but for the first two cases, what did you say? Actually, I missed that.
So obviously, what I'm saying is that any of these or any other form like this, apart from third person singular, when you have these, you know straight away that there can't be another word which
It
going
will
to
be
be
nominative. Okay.
Yes, for 110% sure, right? Because the verb is already, the subject is already hidden here. But for the first two, it's possible because it could either be that it's not, if it's rajul, for example, here a rajulu, you can have, it's possible for you to have a nominative.
Yeah, correct. Yes.
And for women, alimratu, you don't have to. It could be wajada kitaban, he found a book. They could have that as well. So but it's possible.
Yes.
But for the rest of them, it's not possible.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, when people read wajatu or wajatta, I find, you find, he opened, them two opened, you opened. When they read that, when they're translating into Arabic, they know straight away that there can't be another word in the sentence which is going to be nominative. So then they need to know that, because this common mistake I've seen. So that's what I'm pointing out. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So also, I want you to say something. Okay, this is has a kitab. So haza, is he definite or indefinite?
It's definite.
Haza definite.
Definite, right? Definite. And kitabun is
Indefinite.
indefinite. So this is another way of thinking about it, because what we said, when the one noun is definite and the other noun is indefinite, what's the relationship? Lesson 1, we said. So who are, yes,
Subject and predicate.
Subject and predicate. So we know straight away. So how do we, and we said subject.
Yeah.
This is a book, right?
This is yeah.
This is
Okay.
a book. We know a from if the fact that it has tanween, right? Singular.
Yeah.
So that's another way of thinking about it, because I didn't say the last lesson because I've noticed people still making mistakes in here. And the second one, if you think about it, if you say hazal kitabu, hazal kitabu. So haza, we said what is it, definite or indefinite?
Definite.
Definite.
Definite. And al kitabu is also
Definite.
Definite. Yeah.
okay. So this becomes like
It becomes like
This
an
book.
adjective.
yeah. So a book becomes like an adjective. So what you're saying? You're saying this.
This book.
Yes, this book. So you're not saying this book. So you're saying this is the, you could say is the noun, and then you're describing what this is because you're pointing to this.
Yeah.
Then you al-kitab becomes like an adjective to you explain further this book.
Yeah.
Afrin?
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Wa alaikum salam. You know here, haza kitabun. Haza, is it definite or indefinite?
Haza is definite.
And kitabun?
Kitabun is indefinite.
Okay. So in lesson 1, we said when the one noun is definite and the second noun is indefinite, what's the relationship?
In a nominal sentence, we mainly find this kind of a thing, like
yes.
one is definite and other is indefinite.
Yes. So it becomes subject and predicate. So it becomes a nominal
Yeah.
sentence, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a book, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And how about this? Haza al-kitabu. Haza is definite, you said. Al-kitab, is it definite or indefinite?
Al-kitabu, if we say like individually, definitely it's definite, but here it's not making a nominal sentence because there is no copula over here, is
Yes.
or are. So yeah.
Yes. So basically here, haza is definite, al-kitab is definite. So when we have two nouns which are definite, what's the relationship between them?
Two definite noun we normally say in a kind of phrase, not like a sentence.
We say in a phrase like noun and adjective. Yes. So here same. So haza is the noun and al-kitab is like an adjective. So
Yes.
ar-rajulu at-tawilu, right? Same thing. Both are definite. So
Yes,
because both are
yes.
definite, so it becomes like a noun and adjective. So this is not like a phrase. This is not a full sentence. So when you say haza al-kitabu, you're saying haza is the noun because you're saying haza this, but then you're adding additional al-kitabu like describing what that is. So it's like an adjective. You're saying this book, haza al-kitabu, this book. So this is the difference between like having haza, zalika, tilka, and then having the next noun indefinite and definite. So this is like one of the mistakes I was getting from people. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Farhana, you understand that? Okay. Also, when we have what does that mean? Huwa ibn Muhammadin.
He is son of Muhammad.
Yes.
He is Muhammad's son.
Yes. So here you see, obviously this is definite. This is definite, but this is like a Dalfa construction, right? So when we have that, it's normally subject and predicate. Huwa ibn Muhammadin. So same way we have haza masjidul madinati. So how do you, what's the translation?
This is Masjid of Medina.
Yes. Or is a masjid of the city, right? Medina city.
City.
Okay, this is the mosque of the city. Now, what we want to do is, that's one way of saying that, right? So if you want to say this mosque of the city, because if you say Haza first and you say Masjid al-Madinati, it becomes like a nominal, like a full sentence, right? This is the mosque of the city.
Oh.
So what we do is, and this is specific to Idafa, we just say Masjidul Madinati Haza. So it means this mosque of the city. See, in the first example, when you say this Haza kitabun, Haza al-kitabu, there was a way of me showing whether it's the nominal sentence, because we could just say Haza was definite, kitabun is indefinite, so it's a nominal sentence, subject and predicate. And then we could differentiate that by saying Haza al-kitabu, because both are definite, it's line and adjective, this book. Here, in this example, there's no way of saying that. So, because if you just put Haza Masjidul Madinati, it's still full sentence, right? Because we can't have Alif Lam with Masjid and stuff. So the way of differentiating is that the first one, if you write it normally, it's the nominal sentence. This is the mosque of the city. To change it to adjective, we just put Haza afterwards. So this rule is just there to differentiate between this and this. Does that make sense? You understand? Anybody doesn't understand that? Please tell me now. Like, when you stay quiet, I assume you understand. So, which means that when you do these questions, you will get it right. So that's why. Okay, that's why I understand my quietness. For Hana, does that make sense? Sades, you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Afrin,
Yes, sir.
Nazir, you understand?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So if we go and open the book, if we go to so number 12. Let's do number 12. Afrin, you want? Oh, I'm done. Okay, Afrin, do you want to do number 12? I find these books in Muhammad's shop in the little market. It's a long sentence.
Uh, to found is Wajada. I found is Wajadtu.
Okay.
These books has a help kutubu. Fee.
Okay. So So you need to watch the video. We done this, covered this before when we started first. We said that when the verb, this wajadtu, is it first person, second person, third person?
I'm so sorry. But I found, right? So wajad.
Is it first person, second person, third person?
I found first person.
Okay, first, yeah, I and we are the first person, right? When you say you is the second person, he or she or them, this is the third person. So this is the first person. What we said is if the verb is the third person singular. So if it's wajada, the verb was wajada or wajadat. We said it's possible that the subject could be something else in the sentence. So it's possible to have the word another word in the sentence as nominative. But we said anything else, if it's first person, second person, or even third person, but not singular, any other verb form, we said that it is impossible for another word to be nominative within that sentence. Why? Because what's nominative in a verbal sentence? Subject, right? Yes? Yes?
Yes.
So only the subject
Yes, sir.
in a verbal sentence, so the sentence we start with a verb, only thing that can be nominative in that is the subject of the verb. And we said when the verb is not third person singular, the subject is always 100% hidden inside the verb. So here, wajadtu, what's the verb? Ana. So this wajadtu
Yes,
here, you could say this is the subject, wajadtu.
yes.
So when that's a subject, the rest of the sentence, there can't be another nominative word.
Yes.
You can't have a nominative verb. So we can't say hadhihi al-kutubu because kutub.
Kutuba.
So it must be object then, al-kutuba. Yes. So that's like essential rule. So it's impossible. Once you have wajadtu, wajadta, wajadtuma, wajadtu, wajadti, wajadtuma, wajadtunna, or wajadna, when you have that, it's impossible, like 100%, 110% impossible that another word would be nominative within the sentence.
Yes, sir.
Wajadtu hadhihi al-kutuba, yes?
Found your question. 1 second, sir. Yeah, I found these book in Fi.
Yeah.
Fi Dukkani Muhammadin.
Yeah.
Muhammadin. Fi Fisuki al Fisuki al Khalili.
Is what is that, small? I can't read.
Okay.
Little, okay. Sagiris. Khalil means few. Sahiri.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So, هذه الكتب هذه الكتب. So what's the relationship here?
These books, like when broken plurals, I don't remember the definition, but I'll try. When broken plural are used, so these and hazihi and those.
Yes, you're right. But
They behave, yeah.
what I'm trying to say is this what relationship is this? The subject and predicate, is it non-adjective or is it?
Okay, so
So hazihi is the noun, right? Because it's definite. Yes. It's the noun. Al-kutuba is definite as well, and it comes after, so it's non-adjective.
Yes, sir.
So these books. So he's saying these. That's enough, but then he's describing further al-kutuba. That's why it has alif lam, because both have to be. Otherwise, if he says these are the books, these are books. You say hazihi kutubu, right? Okay, so if I go for another sentence here. So there's, you want to do number 17?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that is. Okay, that is that daughter. So it is like that daughter of Sheikh. So there is a izafa construction. So bintu Sheikh is Zalika. Bintu Sheikh Zalika.
Okay, Zalika is feminine of masculine
Oh, sorry, Zalika is masculine. So it's Tilka.
because it's referring to the daughter, right?
So
1 second, that's fine. Uh, so why is Nazir? Why do we say bint tilka afterwards?
Bintu Sheki Tilka. Continue that. What is that?
So why don't we say tilka bintul sheikh? What's the difference?
Because whenever there is a izafa construction, it should not start. There cannot be anything in front of it actually.
No,
So
no, I can't say.
tilka,
Yeah.
so tilka cannot be in front of izafa.
No, no. We say nothing can come between the idafa, right? But if
Okay.
tilka is before, it's not coming between the idafa because it's coming before.
Okay.
So, for example, we can say uh, huwa ibnu Hasanin. You can say that, right? Can you say that?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Who Ibn Hasan? He is Hassan's son. Yeah,
yes.
he is Hassan's son. But
So
here,
here,
because here, yeah,
yeah,
okay. Here the kind of sentence has to continue. So they are telling that daughter of Sheikh.
yeah.
So that is Sheikh daughter means it can be Tilka Ibnu Sheikhi. But here that is it's not that is Sheikh daughter. It is that daughter of Sheikh. Then he's continuing. So we cannot have Tilka in the starting. We
Okay.
cannot have start with the Tilka.
it's
So we,
because
yeah, go
they're
on.
talking about the particular daughter of the Sheikh. That's why it's Tilka comes after. If Tilka comes before, it becomes a nominative sentence, like is the daughter of Sheikh.
Yeah.
Is the
Yes,
daughter. So to make it particular about that daughter, so Tilka is coming after.
yes. So we mentioned that if tilka came first, like it would mean, like you guys said, it would mean that is the daughter of Sheikh. So what we're saying is, we just write here tilka bintul Sheikhi. So if you write it like that, it becomes that is the daughter of the Sheikh. Is that is the daughter
Of the Sheikh.
Sheikh, right? But we don't want to. So we said in this sentence, it doesn't say that is the daughter of the Sheikh. It said that daughter of the Sheikh. So we said to avoid confusion, the Arabs have a rule that they're going to put tilka afterwards to avoid confusion, because if you put tilka before, it means something else, right?
Yeah.
It means nominal sentence. So it is because that daughter of the Sheikh just up to date is not a nominal sentence. Does that make sense, Afrin?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when I say make sense, people, I mean like to sense to an extent where you could make your own examples, right? So carry on, Sudais, bintul Sheikh tilka.
So we have done that daughter of the Sheikh is beautiful of the face. Again, we have a izafa construction, so we're going to write Jamilatu al-Wajhi. Jamilatu al-Wajhi. How is it? Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, Nazir, you do number 11.
This is the great mosque of the city, great big mosque of the city. Okay, so this is a complete sentence. So we'll start with the Haza. Haza Jamia. Haza Jamiatul Madinati. Haza Al Jamiati Madinati Al Kabiri.
Okay, so Haza
Haza Al Jamiu
Madinati, yeah.